Good day, everyone. My name is Jacinta Sharini, MC241031867. I would like to begin by introducing the background of 7-Eleven Malaysia, which is the largest convenience store chain in the country. The company was founded in 1984, and since then it has grown tremendously. Today, 7-Eleven operates more than 2,400 outlets that are strategically located across urban, suburban, and even rural areas in Malaysia. The stores operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and serve millions of customers every month. They are well known for providing essential items such as groceries, ready to eat meals, beverages, personal care products, and daily household goods. Because of this, the brand has become synonymous with convenience, accessibility, and fast services. The company employs thousands of workers from cashiers and store assistants to store supervisors, area managers, and head office staff. Over the years, 7-Eleven has built its reputation around convenience, accessibility, and quick services. However, despite its dominant market position, the company has faced persistent challenges with employee satisfaction, particularly among its frontline staff. These employees, who have played a critical role in daily operations and customer experience, often encounter long working hours, monotonous tasks, heavy workloads, and strict operating protocols. Many of them also feel undervalued and undersupported, which limited career development opportunities and low pay. Employee feedback from sources such as Indeed, Glassdoor, and internal surveys highlighted a ongoing dissatisfaction. This situation has led to high staff turnover, which not affect services quality, but also increase the cost of recruitment, onboarding, and training for the company. In summary, while 7-Eleven remains the leading convenience store brand in Malaysia, employee satisfaction issues remain a key challenge that the company must address to sustain its growth and reputation. Next, let's talk about what issues employee faces in details. This graph compares the attrition rate in Malaysia's retail industry, which stands at 26%, with a predicted attrition rate at 7-Eleven Malaysia of 30%. Although detailed company data is not public, this estimate shows that 7-Eleven faces even greater turnover challenges than the already high retail industry average. This clearly signals a serious issue that demands closer examination. Moreover, to understand why this is happening, we must first look at the main problem faced by employees at the store level. The main problem is low job satisfaction among store level employees. This includes cashiers, customer care staff, and part-timers who carry out most of the store's daily operations, from managing the register, assisting customers, restocking shelf, cleaning, and following SOPs. Despite their importance, many feel undervalued and undersupported. In addition, they often work under pressure with limited staff assistance, which add to their frustration. Next, let's look at the main causes behind the dissatisfaction. Several reasons explain the low job satisfaction. Firstly, heavy workloads and understaffing make daily operation difficult. Secondly, employees sees a little chance for career growth. Moreover, the pay is often inadequate, and there is a clear lack of recognition for their contribution. These combined factors lead to frustration, disengagement, and low morale. As a result, we can observe several negative signs among the workforce, which I will now explain. The signs of low job satisfaction are clearly visible. Across outlets, turnover remains consistently high. Employees shows less initiative and often appear disengagement during the customer service interaction. Moreover, the constant cycle of resignation and new recruitment creates stress, raising the risk of burnout among the remaining staff. Finally, all these factors create a large impact on the organization as a whole, which I will now discuss. This issues is not limited to few stores. It is structural problem affecting the company nationwide. Recruitment difficulties continue while the cycle of turnover persists. Moreover, employees' motivation decreases, leading to reduced productivity and long-term instability. Finally, this highlights the urgent need for a solution that can address these workforce challenges in a sustainable way. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Abu Bakar Siddiq bin Sheikh Daud from Organization Behaviour MC027 from Group 1. Today, let's begin with why employees at 7-Eleven Malaysia are facing low job satisfaction. It is because the stores are open 24 by 7, Staff often work long hours, night shift, weekends, and even on public holiday. This takes a toll on their energies and work-life balance. On top of that, salaries are low compared to rising cost of living, making employees feel undervalued for the amount of effort they put in. Training provided also focus mostly on day-to-day tasks with very limited career advancement opportunities. Finally, inconsistent management practice, delay overtime pay, and lack of recognition add there to frustration, although these factors lead to stress, disengagement, and eventually high turnover. Now, who is exactly is affected by this? First, the frontliner workers, cashier and stores assistant are the most impacted, especially in busy city outlets. They face heavy workload, irregular shift, and sometimes even work alone at night, which adds both physically and emotionally stress. Middle managers and area supervisors are also caught in the middle. They struggle to balance sales targets while dealing with staff shortage and high turnover. Even senior management isn't spread because this issue ultimately affects service qualities, customer satisfaction, and increase overall operating costs. So this is not just an employee's problem; it's affect the entire organization. When it's come timeline of the issues, these challenges are not new in retail, but they become much more serious in the last 5 to 7 years. During the COVID-19 pandemic, things worsened because 7-Eleven outlets had to remain open as essential service. Employees had to manage long lines, safety protocols, and staff shortages, often without extra support. Even after the pandemic, the problem continued. Inflation increased living costs while salaries remained stagnant. Employees also reportedly poor communication from management during sudden policy and schedule changes. So, what started as typically retail challenges has now grown into a long-term systematic issues. Lastly, how do these issues affect the organizations? High turnover forced the company to spend more on recruitment and training, while service qualities drop because new staff don't stay long enough. Understaffing makes operation inefficient, customers face longer waits, chefs are not restocked on time, and service qualities become inconsistent. Night shift staffing also rise safety risks which could harm both employees and the company's reputation. In the long run, these issues reduce employees' commitment, weaken customers' loyalty, and increase operating costs. All of this makes it harder for 7-Eleven Malaysia to remain competitive in the retail industry. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Anandira binti Jisman, MC25133419. Today, I will suggest a few recommendations for 7-Eleven Malaysia can do. So firstly, 7-Eleven often happens a maximum staffing policy during busy hours or peak season. Did you know that employees frequently suffer from burnout due to insufficient staffing and overload with tasks? That is why by bringing on additional part-time or temporary staff during these high traffic times could be one of the recommendation for 7-Eleven. This would help to distribute workloads evenly and enhance customer service quality. So secondly, 7-Eleven should increase minimum wages. Employees often feel that wages does not reflect the cost of living in Malaysia. This matter will make employee feel demotivated and will seek another job that reach their salary expectation. So 7-Eleven should provide extra allowance for night shift or extra pay during a public holiday shift. So by that, employee will stay motivated and offer superior customer service satisfaction. Thirdly, 7-Eleven need to level up its training and career development initiative. Most of the employees are clueless and they will be temporary staff due to limited advanced opportunity. That is why 7-Eleven should include leadership skill, conflict resolution with customer, and basic knowledge about retail and store management. This strategy will help polish employee self-esteem and will value their resume. Next, 7-Eleven should offer a flexible schedule option because it will enhance work-life balance and allowing them to work better with personal responsibilities and family matters. By forcing employees to work irregular or extended hours, negatively affecting their personal life, and this initiative would reduce fatigue and motivate employees to remain in the company longer. And last but not least, 7-Eleven should put more effort to improve communication between staff and management to foster trust and collaboration. Miscommunication and lack of transparency can lead to diminish morally and strain trust within the organization. For example, 7-Eleven should hold a regular monthly meetings where employees can express their challenges and suggest solutions and also discuss operational adjustment. And additionally, create anonymous feedback will encourage staff to raise their concern without fearing precautions employees, and they will feel more motivated and involved in decision making. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Norma Sarah. Today I'm going to share the key learning outcomes from our analysis of 7-Eleven Malaysia's employee satisfaction issues and how this related to organizational behavior. For the first one, link between well-being and performance. First, we see a clear link between employee well-being and company performance. When the job satisfaction is low, it doesn't just affect the individual's motivation, it also impacts service quality, the customer experience, and ultimately the company reputation. So taking care of employees directly contributes to better business outcomes. Second, factors influencing employee attitudes. So, we learned that workload recognition, compensation, and career investment opportunities all shape how employees feel and behave at work. It is important to strike a balance, making sure operation runs smoothly, but also ensuring employees feel supported and valued. Third, impact chronological dissatisfaction, which if this dissatisfaction continues over the long period, the effect can be serious, high turnover, burnout, and lower productivity. That's why retention strategies are crucial. These include offering fair salaries, giving meaningful recognition, and planning clear career development path. Next, importance of communication. So, open and transparent communication is the key. This can be done through monthly meetings to discuss issues and suggestions, and anonymous feedback system to encourage honest sharing. And then, when employees feel valued and heard, it builds trust, teamwork, and psychological safety. So, in summary, improving employee satisfaction is not just a nice to have. It's a strategic necessity. By focusing on well-being, recognition, career growth, and open communication, companies can create more motivated, loyal, and high-performing workforce. That's all from me.
Muhammad Rizikri bin Kamal Azmi, MC2505355405. I'll be covering the conclusions, wrapping up this presentation as a whole. So, the first one is why they are unhappy. In conclusion, the case of 7-Eleven Malaysia highlights how low job satisfaction among frontline employees can have a significant impact on both people and performance. First, the research clearly shows that heavy workloads, low wages, limited career growth, and poor work-life balance are the main causes of dissatisfaction. For example, a cashier working the late-night shift during public holidays may find themselves covering extra tasks because of understaffing, only to receive the same pay as a regular shift. Over time, these conditions create frustration and a sense of being undervalued. The second one is how it shows there is a strong link between employee well-being and overall business success. When staff are tired, unmotivated, or disengaged, the customer experience suffers. Imagine walking to a store during peak hours to find only one overwhelmed cashier handling a long queue. This not only delays service but also leaves customers with a negative impression of the brand. A motivated, well-supported employee, on the other hand, is more likely to offer friendly service and handle pressure effectively. The third one, the cost over time. The effects of prolonged dissatisfaction are clearly visible in the form of high turnover rates, burnouts, and reduced productivity. This constant cycle of recruiting and training new staff drains company resources. Much like trying to fill a leaky bucket, it takes time, money, and effort, only for the problem to keep repeating if the root causes are not addressed. Long-term employees who could have become store leaders or mentors leave before their potential can be realized. And finally, fixing the cycle. Lastly, tackling this issue requires a well-rounded approach that combines fair human resource policies, strong leadership, and a supportive workplace culture. For instance, introducing fairer shift rotations, offering skill-based training for promotion opportunities, and holding regular feedback sessions could help employees feel valued and heard. By addressing these areas, 7-Eleven Malaysia has the opportunity not only to improve job satisfaction, but also to strengthen its reputation as a leading employer in the retail sector. This study has shown us how deeply connected employee satisfaction is to the organizational performance, and how thoughtful, people-centered management can lead to a long-term success for both the staff and the company. Thank you.